I'm coming with you.
Give me the vest.
No. Hera? He's taking his anger out on me because he's broke. I guess it's true you don't get no hurt. The movie begins
with an NPC that is scared for his life as he looks like he's crying for his mama while crawling on all fours. Then we see a glimpse of what he's running away from, but it ends up catching him and puts him in some sort of Saw movie wannabe trap, except there's no timer and you're guaranteed to die. Then we see a bunch of kid drawings of a yellow rabbit, which I'm assuming is important to the plot because this yellow rabbit keeps showing up in the opening credits and takes all 5 kids one by one. This yellow rabbit is pretty much what happens if Jeffrey Epstein worked the minimum wage. And we're introduced to the main character Mike, who's played by Josh Hutcherson, and I'm glad they casted this dude because I haven't seen him since The Hunger Games, and that was 14 years ago. So I'd say he's a pretty underrated actor considering he never gets casted now despite having a pretty good resume. So bro's on sleeping meds because he's a druggie and has a little sister named Abby.
Wake up, ho. You should buy deodorant because you stink. Disgusting. Oh, you want to go? Go take a shower.
Now Mike's a security guard at a mall, and for some reason he's fixated on kids.
We should go out and dance. Hell no.
Then he sees a man take a kid away at a mall, and bro instantly rushes to stop it, and instead of confronting the man and asking if that's his son, he just straight up tackles the dude and starts beating the living shit out of him. Like, huh? Who the hell does that? You know what's funny? He just says, hey, then immediately goes to violence. Like, would it kill you to check on the kid and ask if he knows the man? And he gets fired from his job. As it turns out, he was beating up a dad in front of his own kid.
Zaddy!
Now the question I'm asking is, how the hell did he even get a security job at a mall? This dude crazy. Then a career counselor reads out his past to talk about how much of a bum he is because he can't even keep a minimum wage job for more than a couple months. But when dude reads out his full name, he pauses, then looks at bro and says there's a security job at night where all he needs to do is keep people out. Now the pay is horrible and the hours are worse, and Mike refuses because he can't do nights but is given a card in case he changes his mind. This film is based in the year 2000, and boy, his car looks like shit. What did bro do to the back of his car to make it look like that? And I thought my first car was bad. So we learn Mike's on the verge of getting evicted because he can't even pay his bills, but still hires a babysitter for his sister Abby because he's a good brother. Hiring a babysitter was such a foreign concept to me growing up because, yo, as a kid, my parents were just like, yo, we ain't getting you no babysitter. Just don't let anybody in and stay inside. That's the Asian style. Anyway, Abby really likes drawing, and in most of her pictures, she draws Mike because deep down she cares a lot about him, but she's also a little weird.
You're sitting on my friend.
So Abby has imaginary friends she talks and listens to, and how is Mike not creeped out by this? Like, she deadass looks at nothing and goes,
my friend's asking why you're so short.
You want to be Annabelle so bad. Then Mike takes his sleeping pills and dreams about camping with his family when he was younger, and they low-key shot the Coke bottle scene like it's a Final Destination film. So the mom tells Mike to go watch his brother when, mind you, they have a dad, by the way. So shouldn't it be the parents' job to look after and supervise a kid? Like, what the hell is the dad doing? But Mike gets distracted by a frisbee, and by the time he goes to pick it up, his brother gets kidnapped. And his brother didn't even scream a single time, by the way. So Mike's been traumatized by this event ever since and blames himself for what happened when this is 100% the parents' fault. Because what you mean you have a whole dad who literally did nothing when his son was kidnapped?
Oh, that dad hates his kids.
Now Mike gets called to Abby's school where we're introduced to his aunt, Miss Karen, who wants Abby to herself so she can get monthly checks from the state. You need to stop insulting your niece and nephew.
Abby is crazy.
Calm.
Shut your hoe ass up. Just so you know, I'm always the victim.
Then she starts fake crying. Yo, he's looking at the principal like, you seen this shit? And she's like, yeah, your aunt is worse than you. Yo, look at this dude. Why he look dead and alive at the same time? So Karen's lawyers hands Mike the papers to give his aunt child custody for Abby.
And if I don't, I'll ruin your life. I'm a Karen.
And despite being an unemployed bum, for some reason, the principal really likes Mike and tells his broke ass to get a job if he doesn't want his sister taken away. So he calls the career counselor, he changes his mind and gets to go to work at a job he hates.
Yay.
And that's why when anyone says money doesn't matter or money ain't all that, they're clearly living in the land of Delulu. Because if Mike was doing well in life and had money, the court cannot take his sister away from him, but because the aunt has some money, she hires a lawyer and has a better financial situation, which ultimately gets the court to favor her instead. Also, it's because Mike is broke, he's forced to work at a job he hates, so whether it's intentional or not, the film tells us what life looks like when you have no money. Now he arrives to his workplace and there's cameras everywhere, then he sees broken glass and goes, meh, because what's he gonna do? Quit?
He's poor.
Then we're told this place used to be a well-known pizzeria called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, as Mike sees a bunch of cameras everywhere similar to the Five Nights at Freddy's video game. Then seeing a videotape with his name on it, bro watches a security training video, and it's pretty cool how they made the video really look like it was shot in the 80s.
That's so cool.
And they mentioned this place has state-of-the-art robotic engineering to create characters to have lifelike interactions with humans. So you're telling me the owner of a pizza place has equipment that is worth millions? He can sell that robotic robotic equipment for millions and millions of dollars, but instead he decides to sell pizzas instead and uses the robotic equipment as a prop? Yeah, that totally makes sense. Then the video becomes unplayable because it's too damn old and we get our first jump scare. Or should I say noise scare, because this scene isn't scary at all, it's just loud as hell. Really? Really, bro? You got scared of that little thing? Mike gets so scared he actually turns it around so it doesn't face him. Then he checks the place out because he's got nothing better to do and starts hearing some shit. So he looks and sees an ugly ass teddy bear and more chopped ass looking characters, and then he gaslights himself he didn't hear anything and goes to sleep on the job because he the useless.
This is why you are the bomb, sir.
Then he ends up dreaming the exact same scenario again of his brother getting kidnapped, and apparently he had the same dream every day for over a decade. Damn, no wonder he's so messed up.
He should have more the wet dreams and he'll feel better.
But this time his dream's a bit different as he sees 5 kids just staring at him.
The hell you looking at? You think I can't hit kids? Tell me you took my brother. Then they all run away la.
And he starts chasing one of them, and let me tell you, anytime a grown-ass man is running after a kid, it's just not a good look.
They'll call you the Caucasian Diddy.
And when he gets home, we find out he doesn't even have enough money to pay for the babysitter, but promises he will cause he's a brokey liar. Then we get a cameo of Matt Pat the YouTuber.
We're not eating. Then why are you sitting in a diner, ho? Cause I want to, ho. Alrighty.
Wait, are you even allowed to just sit in a diner and not order anything? So turns out Mike's babysitter Max was working for Mike's aunt the whole time, trying to find dirt on him to use it against him in court for $200. And here I was thinking she was a good person. Oh, you fooled me. And you did it for $200? Look, I know it was the year 2000, but $200? Seriously? Why are there so many poor people in this movie? So they failed to find any dirt on Mike, and the lawyer's hearing all this shit like, I'm a good person, y'all gonna burn in hell.
Sit down, slave. Why don't we just kill him?
Oh, hell no. Boy, sit your ass down if you want to get paid. Then the babysitter's brother suggests they rob the Freddy'S pizza place where Mike works, which will get him fired, and thus the aunt can win child custody. And dude says he'll do it for $2,000.
$1,000.
And they agree to do it for $1,000. Now, apparently $2,000 back then in the year 2000 is worth around $4,000 now adjusted to inflation. But even if he got paid $10,000 to go ahead and commit a crime that could potentially land you in prison, bro, over a couple grand is crazy. Then the film showcases how much of a short king Mike is as his sister shows up and sees him losing order.
I'm coming with you.
Give me the vest.
No. Hera? He's taking his anger out on me because he's broke.
So Mike continues to sleep on the job because he's already given up on life, and dreaming the same scenario, he sees the 5 kids once again.
I'll take you to Epstein. Shit.
Now this time he chases after the ginger, but the ginger fights back. And we get our second jump scare. And one little detail I noticed that in the dream, Mike asked the kids who took his brother, and on the mirror it says, it's me. Then there's a fox-like character staring at him, and he turns the light off and back on and sees a police officer in front of the door. Hella weird coincidence for a police officer to come at the exact moment and point out he's injured in the same place he got cut in his dream, then goes inside without a warrant and treats Mike's injuries, telling him everything about this place like she owns the place. So we're introduced to the robotic characters, and they look creepy as hell. Like, I don't know how any of these kids are gonna look at that and go,
wow, I really want to cuddle that.
Then Mike's told the place got shut down because some of the kids went missing, and this officer named Vanessa says she knows this place because she came here a lot as a kid. But if you came as a kid, how in the hell would you know where the security badges are for security? Okay, I like going to McDonald's a lot as a kid, and let's say it was my favorite place to go and I went there often. Does that mean now all of a sudden I just know where the staff name tags are? Hell no! She's acting very sus. Then Vanessa tells him, just do your job and you'll be fine, which sounds like a crock of shit. As Mr. Receding Hairline gets his sister and his boys to break into the pizzeria, and that's when the characters come to life just like the games, and these robber NPCs are absolutely cooked. Now, the robbers mess up the place pretty good and even find some cash in some of the machines in the process. But wasn't this place closed since the 80s? So you're telling me the owner of a pizza place, after it closed down for nearly 2 decades, didn't even bother to check the machines if there was any coins left? Really? Okay. Now the criminal NPCs are Mr. I'ma Lose My Hairline, Chopped Alien Goldo from Dragon Ball Z, and Santa Claus if he was poor and addicted to crack. And suddenly the chopped alien hears some noise and checks it out, finding a weird ass cupcake opening its eyes. Then he gets distracted and looks back, but it's gone, only to find the cupcake behind him and this yellow overgrown chicken named Chica. Then Druggy Santa sees it all go down, including seeing Chica looking at him, and he loses his shit.
Ho ho ho. Aw, he looked like such a cutie patootie too. It's too bad he's going to die.
And again, that's why money's important, because if you had money, you wouldn't be robbing a pizza place for a couple grand.
Yeah. Aw, and he put the hand on the window just like Rose from Titanic. Oh, I knew druggy Santa was a romantic.
Then the baby sister's brother sees the moving creepy teddy looking thing and tries running away, but he dies too. Now tired of waiting, the babysitter comes inside, then hearing a talking teddy bear, she gets intrigued and she dies too.
Hera!
Now maybe it's just me, but I found her death pretty funny because it just looked too unrealistic. Like look at her kicking her feet.
Aw.
Meanwhile, Abby discovers the child custody papers and gets depressed. Aunt Karen wants you for money.
But her ass smells like cigarettes.
Well, I told your ass to listen.
Are you gonna give me away?
Yeah, duh. Then Vanessa shows up saying there was a break-in and blames Mike for using his sleeping pills as the reason it happened. So Mike sits her down to make her feel bad, telling her his brother was kidnapped and later his mom died and that his dad left for the milk. Wow, so his brother got kidnapped, his mom died, and then his dad left for the milk? Golly, Mike just might have the worst life ever. What's he gonna say next? He got cancer? And it works because she feels so bad for him, she just sends him off with a warning. Then Mike calls the babysitter Max but gets no response. Wait a minute, her name is Max? I was today years old when I found out that Max is a unisex name. I always thought that Max was a guy's name and only Maxine was used for girls.
Anyway, bro is forced to bring Abby to work, but she happy about it.
Cause she likes spending time with her brother. Then they see the mess and Mike's like, come on, I'm broke so I can't quit, it is what it is. And yo, it was kind of sad when Abby said it feels like she's camping, cause since she has no parents, this is the closest she's gotten to experience something like camping with a family. And later when Mike sees blood on the door, he just goes meh and gets a second jump scare. Really dude? From that tiny thing? Come on. Then he cleans the place up and to reward himself, he decides to sleep on the job again.
Psst. Abby. Wow, you're asleep on the job? This is why you're a bum.
So a mysterious voice wakes up Abby and then she ends up meeting the creepy cartoon like robots. While in Mike's dream, he's finally able to talk to one of the kids who says, if we tell you who took your brother, what will you give us?
I got $2 in my wallet. Boy.
Then Mike says he'll give them anything and the kid disappears, leaving a drawing of a rabbit. And once he wakes up, he finds out his sister's gone. Then hearing her screaming, he ends up seeing the cartoon bots touching her. But she's all like,
tee, they were just tickling me.
Yes, I'm sure cartoon bots touching and tickling kids is totally normal.
These are my friends, Bonnie, Foxy, Chica, and Freddy. They're autistic.
Okay, we get it. It's a prank, bro. Come out now. Then Mike finds out it's not a prank as his sister gives Bonnie a like and Freddy a hug before heading back home. And Mike's just looking at Abby like,
what in the hell are you?
So he starts analyzing her drawings and sees the 5 missing kids that he also sees in his dreams.
For example, the ginger with a hook.
The ginger with a hook.
Black kid with bunny ears.
Black kid with bunny ears. And later, Mike finds a drawing that shocks him the most and hands it to Abby to tell her what it means.
That's your brother being kidnapped. I thought it'd be funny.
So Abby confirms a boy with blonde hair told her about it, but didn't specify who took their brother, so Abby says she could ask them. And Mike goes, I bet, and takes her to his workplace again. Then we see Vanessa there as well, but why? Isn't it, I don't know, illegal to enter a private facility whenever you want? And Mike finds out Vanessa knew all along that the cartoon bots were like this. Now Abby's all like,
oh my gosh, I want to build a fort and play.
And the bots actually help her build a fort and plays with her, which is weird because in scenes like these, you would never think that the cartoon bots are cold-blooded murderers that killed a Santa wannabe and a chopped alien.
And later, when Mike tried touching the unfinished cartoon doll,
Vanessa says, wait, and prevents Mike from getting his hand chopped off. Girl, you hella sus.
Nuh-uh, you can't prove why.
Then explain how you know everything about this place.
Maybe I'm just better than you.
And when Mike confronts her, Vanessa gets super aggressive, which makes her look more sus. Then Abby does her little dancey dance, and Mike says word for word, finding the guy that did this is the only thing that matters to me. And honestly, that sounds like a pretty sad and wasted life, all because of one event that changed his life completely. That dude is so obsessed over the past, he doesn't even have time to think about his own life now or his future. And speaking of not focusing on the present, Abby strums the guitar and gets injured in the process. But because she shows no signs of bruises or cuts or anything, I'ma just assume nothing really happened to her.
This is all your fault. If you bring your sister again, I will shoot you.
And Abby seeing all of this, she thinking, damn, my brother got no aura.
I guess it's true you don't get no huzz.
And that's when Mike decided to call his aunt to take Abby away.
So the next morning, the aunt shows up to babysit her and oh, look at her face. She's so disappointed.
I have no money to afford you.
No.
I'm too broke.
I hate you. I hate you, brokey.
Wow, and that's why money's important. Now the aunt agrees to babysit for the day. In exchange, when he comes back, he signs them papers. Wait, how is the auntie not sussed out at all about the babysitter Max or her brother disappearing and not contacting her despite them making a deal?
Guess she just don't care lah.
And when Mike gets more sleeping pills, this happens. You know what works for me? I think.
Shut up.
Damn. That's a racist. And Mike goes to work early so he can do what he does best, which is sleeping on the job. But this time in his dream, he sees his ideal scenario where his dad's not a deadbeat and his mom and brother is still alive. Then the blonde kid uses the emotional manipulation to make a deal with Mike that he can dream of his ideal scenario every day and be with his younger brother forever, but in exchange, they get Abby.
And that's a terrible deal, by the way. So you're telling me you're gonna sell your sister so you can have better dreams? That's disgusting. I'd do that shit for free. Just kidding.
Your broke ass could never take care of her.
And Mike folds and agrees, making the blonde kid smile, but when he gets a flashback of Abby, he immediately regrets his decision and tries to take it back, but it's too late as the kids disappear. Then we see what I think is the funniest scene in the film, which is when the kids start attacking him. Because when you zoom in closely, it just looks ridiculous. Like, what is this? What is this? Is she trying to high five? Am I watching a horror film or is this live action Cocomelon? Because if you remove the sound and ignore the blood, it's just like they're going, hey. And when Mike wakes up, dude's stuck in a jigsaw wannabe death trap, but thanks to good old plot armor, even though dude should have been dead by now, he escapes. And he gets to see his good old babysitter again, who's now dead.
So he ran away, but the door rocked as the fox gets his ass. Meanwhile, the Karen that want money gon' get screwed by the Freddy.
And when Abby sees Freddy, she easily agrees to go with him to play, even when she sees her aunt on the ground who could either be dead or unconscious.
Don't worry, she's asleep. Well, I was hoping she was dead.
Then we get a Corey Kenshin cameo.
What the? Ah, shit. Teehee, teehee.
Hold on, are little kids below the age of 10 even allowed to order and take taxis? Anyway, we learn Mike's still alive because he's the main character of Plot Armor, and turns out Vanessa knew they were targeting Abby this whole time and also knew who took his brother, but she pretended she didn't know shit to help the man controlling the bots. Why? Because the person who kidnapped and killed the 5 kids and killed Mike's brother and is now targeting Abby is Vanessa's father, William Afton, the Yellow Rabbit. Which is also why she's working as a cop to help cover her dad's crimes and keep his secret hidden, but says she did all that because she was manipulated by him.
I'm so sorry.
Then she says her dad hid the kids' bodies into the bots and that the ghosts of the missing kids live in the cartoon bots and are under her daddy's control.
Huh? That makes no sense. But please continue.
And she says the reason why they want to kill Abby is so that they can make Abby into one of them cartoon bots. So Vanessa gives weapons to Mike that can help stop the bots, but then she does the whole cliche,
I can't go with you though, you have to do it on your own, I'm no good.
And by the time Abby gets taken away to be killed by Chica, Mike shows up and plays red light, green light with them bots like he
accordion in the Squid Game. Then he pours the water and electrocutes the bot chips out of them. Chica, what the hell is this? You die now.
Then Mike pulls up and tases the overgrown Kentucky Fried Chicken and saves Abby.
I found out who took my brother, so I'll care more about you now.
Which is pretty sad because if he never found out who took his brother, he'd still be obsessed over the past. Then this ugly ass cupcake starts biting Mike and he goes,
Abby, leave me, just go.
And Abby's like, I bet, and leaves his ass.
Like you would think she'd do one of them cliche like, no, I can't leave you. But instead she goes, oh, you want me? Say less. I am out of here. You know, you saved my life, but I'm definitely not saving yours.
But Mike is able to stop Cupcake thanks to plot armor, while Abby attempts to hide from Foxy, and we're finally introduced to the Yellow Rabbit, the man that killed 5 kids and took Mike's brother.
And the rabbit think he the Iron Man.
As Abby gets pulled out by Vanessa, who stopped Foxy.
I took your brother and I take your sister. Go to hell.
Damn. He knocked out cold. Honestly, it feels like most of the movie is just Mike sleeping. Like, damn, dude, how much sleep do you need? And because the rabbit tells the bots to wake up, they wake their asses up and gets ready to kill our minimum wage sleeping beauty.
Zaddy Zone.
And turns out the child-loving dad was the Korea's counselor from the start of the film who's been using a fake name to hide his real identity. You ain't gonna shoot.
Girly.
Now, maybe I just don't know enough about the Five Nights at Freddy's video game, but the following scene is just ridiculous.
So while Vanessa's getting choked by her daddy, Mike focuses on the drawing instead of Vanessa, who's dying, then comes up with the theory that since there's pictures of the 5 kids all happy with the Yellow Rabbit, he goes, if we make a new drawing of the Yellow Rabbit hurting the kids, that will make the Ghost Kid bots switch up on him.
Yo, who the hell sees a friend dying and just goes, oh, but the drawings though, it's the drawings that can stop the yellow bunny. Like, I just know it. Like, I have no proof that this will work, but I just know if we draw the bunny being really mean and like put it up, then the yellow rabbit will stop. Huh?
So Abby gets the drawing while we learn Rabbit Daddy ordered Vanessa to prevent Mike from learning the truth and to kill him if he does find out. Which makes me wonder how many times did Vanessa listen to him and murdered God knows how many people because of it. And Abby's done and she goes, like she's taking a shit, and replaces the photo with a new one. Then Vanessa gets stabbed in the process because the dad's a piece of shit, and the cartoon bots actually switch up on him and see him for the man he really is.
Wow, the plan actually worked.
And his own rabbit suit starts stabbing him. And who knows, maybe the pain turns him on. Then he says he always comes back and puts his mask back on and gets dragged by the Ghost Kid bots while Mike takes Vanessa to the hospital. And as time passes, the principal says Abby doesn't act autistic anymore because she's not talking to invisible characters, while Vanessa is recovering well in the hospital.
To be fair, you kinda deserve this. Get better, little bro.
And Mike's now unemployed again and still really broke, so does that mean they'll get evicted because he can't pay his bills or what? Because the film does not give us an update on his financial situation. Then Mike agrees with Abby that they can go see the cartoon bots again someday, which pretty much implies there's going to be a sequel, as the film ends with the yellow rabbit still alive who's struggling but still breathing.
Now, I definitely heard about this film in the past, but I never really wanted to do it because I just heard really mixed reviews about this movie, and that only real fans of the video game will really like the film, and if not, then you're just gonna hate it. And I've never really played the video games much, so I just assumed that I was gonna hate it, so I just ignored it and only ended up watching it because you guys recommended it in the comments. And let me tell you, yeah, someone who's never really played the games much, it was much better than I thought. I thought I'd hate it, but nope, it was pretty enjoyable. And even though there were a few scenes that were just, didn't make sense, kind of ridiculous, overall, I thought a lot of scenes were funny and very entertaining. So I liked it. If you guys have any thoughts, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy KC. And yeah, till next time.